Representative Omar gave remarks at an event in Minneapolis in which she made treasonous statements. Whereas Representative Omar said she has spoken to many Somalians who asked her to intercede for the Somali government by pressuring the United States government into certain actions. Whereas Representative Omar assured the Somalians she spoke to, the U.S. government will only do what Somalians in the U.S. tell them to do. They will do what we want and nothing else. They must follow our orders, and that is how we will safeguard the interest of Somalia.
Somalis are not terrorizing this nation. We are helping it thrive. Somalis have always seen themselves as a fabric of this nation. So not only are we not going anywhere, we are not going to allow anybody to make us feel less Minnesotan or less American.
What you just watched should scare every American paying attention, because this isn't a policy debate anymore. This is a loyalty test. This right here is why so many Americans are fed up and genuinely worried about where this country is heading. On one side, you've got patriots like Marjorie Taylor Greene who are willing to step into the fire and say the things everyone else is too scared to say. No sugarcoating it. Just the blunt truth. And on the other side, you've got a sitting member of Congress who looks less interested in representing American citizens and more interested in defending the interests of a foreign nation from inside our own government. This isn't politics anymore. This isn't some routine partisan fight. This is about loyalty. It's about allegiance. When you raise your right hand and take that oath, who are you actually serving? Because moments like this rip the curtain wide open. And suddenly, Americans are forced to ask a very uncomfortable question. Are the people in power actually on our side? We're about to roll the full clip and break down every jaw-dropping moment, step by step. Before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and brace yourself for the comments. Because this one is going to get heated, and I want to know exactly where you stand.
Georgia seek recognition.
Mr. Speaker, pursuant to Clause 2A.1 of Rule 9, I seek recognition to give notice of my intent to raise a question of the privileges of the House. The form of the resolution is as follows.
Recognized.
Censuring Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. Whereas elected members of Congress take an oath to bear true faith and allegiance to the United States without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Whereas Representative Ilhan Omar took an oath of allegiance to the United States upon becoming a citizen, declaring, I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen. Whereas on January 27, 2024, Representative Omar gave remarks at an event in Minneapolis in which she made treasonous statements. Whereas Representative Omar said she has spoken to many Somalians who asked her to intercede for the Somali government by pressuring the United States government into certain actions. Whereas Representative Omar assured the Somalians she spoke to, the U.S. government will only do what Somalians in the U.S. tell them to do. They will do what we want and nothing else. They must follow our orders, and that is how we will safeguard the interest of Somalia. Whereas Representative Omar continued, for as long as I am in U.S. Congress, Somalia will never be in danger. Its waters will not be stolen by Ethiopia or others. Sleep in comfort knowing I am here to protect the interest of Somalia from inside the U.S. system. Whereas George Washington warned in his farewell address of 1796 to guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism, and further declared citizens by birth or choice of a common country, that country has a right to concentrate your affections. The name of American, which belongs to you in your national capacity, must always exalt the just pride of patriotism more than any appellation derived from local discriminations. Whereas these statements by Representative Omar clearly violate the oath she took as an elected member of Congress to defend and protect the United States Constitution. Whereas Representative Omar has exhibited the treasonous tendencies George Washington warned about, and her actions must be condemned by all members of Congress who adhere to the oath they took upon assuming office. And whereas by openly admitting her efforts to advance Somalia's interest using her position as a United States representative, Representative Omar has revealed herself to be a foreign agent acting on behalf of a foreign government. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota be censured. Representative Ilhan Omar forthwith present herself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure. Representative Ilhan Omar be censured with the public reading of this resolution by the Speaker, and Representative Ilhan Omar be and is hereby removed from the Committee of the Budget and the Committee on Education and the Workforce.
Let's stop pretending Marjorie Taylor Greene misspoke on the House floor. That opening line, Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, was not an accident. That was a calculated strike. MTG knew exactly what she was doing. She was forcing the one question the political class refuses to ask: who are you really representing? She did something far more dangerous to the left. She read the record. The actual resolution. The actual oath of office. That oath isn't ceremonial fluff. It's a binding promise to give allegiance to the United States of America, not to another country, not to a foreign interest group, not to a global cause. Greene dragged that oath into the light and dared Ilhan Omar to answer for it. And the quotes she read? They're jaw-dropping. A sitting member of Congress saying the U.S. government will only do what Somalis tell it to do. Bragging about protecting Somalia's interests from inside the U.S. system. That's not, taken out of context, that's not Islamophobia. That is textbook divided loyalty. If anyone else said that, we wouldn't even be debating the label, we'd be demanding consequences. You were elected to serve Minnesota and the United States. Period. Full stop. No qualifiers. No dual missions. The fact that Greene even has to spell this out tells you how far gone Washington is. Calling someone a foreign agent isn't an insult when the words come out of their own mouth. It's a description. And Greene is right about the punishment. Censure isn't extreme. Removing her from powerful committees isn't radical. It's basic institutional self-defense. You do not put someone with openly stated foreign loyalties on the Budget Committee deciding where American tax dollars go. That's insanity. If you hate it here so much, leave. That's not cruelty. That's logic. This is a free country. No one is holding you hostage. If you truly believe America is wicked at its core, why are you desperate to run it? God bless America.